Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's been a while. Oof, man, where do I start? Yeah, I figured I'd give you a little homemade trucker camper. Homemade trucker, baby. Homemade truck camper update. Whew. Well, sure as hell started out good, guys. I'm in my home base. It's July 24th, 2020. As you know, I started my U.S. tour on, I think it was December 18th. It was just before Christmas 2019. Thought I'd give you an update. It's been a while. Of course, you can understand with all the COVID-19 going on. The world's upside down, huh? It is. Don't smoke, kids. It'll kill you. Trust me, it will. Let me give you a rundown. I started out, you know, the homemade RV. I showed you the outside and the inside. And I'll do a better job on the inside. I had a lot of comments about, well, we couldn't see, you were too close. Well, let me tell you, when you're in a 10 by 10 square or 8 by 10 square, it's pretty close. But I'll try to get back some and give you a better inside, because I understand that. I looked at it and I was like, well, yeah, you can't really see anything. But I'll do that, and I promise. I started out, went to, like I told you, I went to Alabama, Louisiana. I skipped Georgia, like I told in my other video, because I'd been to Georgia mountains, so I went ahead and skipped that through the Panhandle. Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, half a mile from a tornado in Laurel, Mississippi, but that's another story. New Mexico, yeah, and eventually ended up in Arizona. Now, with this COVID-19 hit, like I told you, the best place I could have been was in just south of Tucson, and found a nice boondocking spot in Arizona. It was beautiful, and you've seen some of the pictures in the other videos, and everything was going great. and that was, I believe that was it was May by the time I had made it there, and I had a blast, which you've seen some of the pictures. And, well, COVID-19 didn't bring me back. I was 100 miles from the Grand Canyon, was headed up there. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to tell you this. The RV, everything flawless. I told you about the batteries. I did have to change the batteries, but I told you that because I had bought the other batteries too early before I left on the tour, or the U.S. tour, so, you know, say Rusty Romer, I made my own RV. I even bought the t-shirt. Yeah, everything worked great. The solar panels, I was out in that desert probably, well, they have the 14-day limit, as you know, on most of them, but they were very lenient. I was there for almost 2 months. You know, I went on one side of the road, and then, long story short, and then the other side of the road. I was probably 3 weeks on one side, and then I stayed almost a month and a half on the other side of the road. Met a very nice woman. Cindy, you know who you are? That was my camping buddy. But everything worked great. The solar panel, the batteries, I bought new batteries, 2 new marine batteries. But everything worked beautifully. Had food, dish, satellite TV, air conditioner, the generator, that Rockpal generator. I beat the hell out of that thing, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ran it a lot. It started, you know, in the day, I don't like the heat, so, and it wasn't that bad. It was wintertime, of course. But if it got 75, I'd pop the old air conditioner on, and 5,000 BTU air conditioner. Ran perfect. Generator. About a gallon of gas. I could go about 10 hours on that sucker, on a gallon of gas. And I'm going to do an RV tip. I promised you the satellite RV tip. I'm going to do that at the end of this video. I'm definitely doing that. And then my next tip is going to be on gasoline. When you're boondocking, you know, if you're running your generator, well, now I got to go to the gas station. I got to go get gas. Well, I came up with a little thing, and you probably know it, but the way I did it, I'll show you how to do it. I got a 27-gallon tank in the truck. I think that's a big enough gas tank. I don't need to haul anything. But I'll show you how I extract that, and it's very easy. But I'll show you that on the next RV tip of the day, not this one, but on the next one. And that worked great, but like I said, everything worked super. I mean, the RV, I had a couple leaks, and everybody that owns an RV knows, there's always something to do. Yeah, something's, you know, I had a couple leaks where I put the plywood on the top, where it met the other plywood, which of course is a frame inside. But I used 3/8 plywood because I wanted to keep the weight down. So, you know, and I put a screw probably every 10 inches. Well, 3/8 plywood, you know, rain, you know, heat, cool, you know, things expand. And it would lift up a little bit, so you'd get a little crack in there, and it would, you know, if it rained, it would rain hard enough, then it would go in there, and then it would drip down the wall. So I had that, I fixed that. So I put more screws in the top, but there's always something to do, you know that. And so I had a great time. Everything was good. Oh, I did want to mention something. I'm looking at my little list here because I don't want to forget stuff. When I was boondocking, the things that I found, we'll get to the end of the story, but the things that I found, and now that I had some experience under my belt, the 2 things that were probably the things that I noticed that you just got to do is garbage and water. Those are the 2. I had the porta potty in the RV, so I was good there. But garbage and water. You're going to accumulate garbage no matter what you do, and you need water. And conserving, you'll learn to conserve. I really conserved. But thanks to Cindy, she was just down for me during this whole COVID thing that was going on, but we wore a mask and stuff. And but that you got to do. You don't bury it. No, you don't bury it. Of course, I have, you know, Daffy Doodle, you know, sleeping as usual. You know, she's always sleeping. Well, she's getting old. She'll be 13 in 2 months. But anyway, no, don't bury it. You got to take it somewhere. So you might, you know, and water. So you're going to have to get some water. So we would go to these. They got that. It's pretty cool. Buy the whatever. I have the jugs. You can buy the 5 gallons at Walmart. Those nice, you know, jugs. But we would go, and it's called Mart. So you go out there, and for what is it, 50 cents a gallon or something, you can fill them up. So we would do that, and we would go, and of course you got to dump your garbage. And if you go get gas, they got the garbage receptacles there, and you use a small one so you're not filling it up. But water and garbage was the 2 things. And the other thing, this might be another tip of the day, and you already know, have a good first aid kit. For some reason, and I've talked to other people, and it's the same. When you're out there, no matter what, I was always either walking by and hitting something, or doing something, and I use more Band-Aids than I can tell you. So have a good, for some reason out there, I don't do it as much here. Well, actually I burnt my finger today, but that's another story. But yeah, you're going to use a lot of Band-Aids. Just have a good kit ready, because you're always going to get a nick, a cut. Of course, I have old man skin, so, you know, I can sit there and do this and make myself bleed, but you know what I'm talking about. So have a good first aid kit. You use that a lot. But anyway, I'm still healthy, thank God, thank the Lord, because, you know, I have COPD. But, so anyway, so it got hot in the desert, you know, I guess. It started getting in the hundreds. I don't do heat. So me and Cindy, we moved up to northeast Arizona. It was cool, it was beautiful, you know, the high 78, it was just perfect. But anyway, I was 100 miles from the Grand Canyon. That was my next stop. And the phone rang. And I don't say names, you know that, but family emergency. And it wasn't COVID, but it was enough of a family emergency that the next morning it was pack up and get back home. So that's what happened. No death in the family, but it was enough emergency for me to pack it up and stop the U.S. tour. So that's what happened. So that's why I'm back, and I hope to go maybe when the start of winter, maybe November, December, but it depends on the emergency. That's an ongoing emergency, if you know what I'm saying. So, and you got to be there for your family. When your family calls, you drop everything you got. You know, there's no hesitation. It's not like, well, yeah, I was going to go to Green now. No, because what was that song? You can't always get what you want, and you can't, and we know that. We know how life works. But there was no hesitation. It was, all right, Doodlebug, sleeping. Now let's pack her up. We got to go back to Florida. We got to get home. So, and I'm here, and I'm looking out the windows. Absolutely, and I'll get some video of it. How pretty it is here. I'm on the Withlacoochee River here. And it's absolutely beautiful, but right now I'm looking, it's 94 degrees. Well, I don't want to go out 94 degrees with the humidity 94%. So, and I was born here. I was born in Fort Lauderdale, but still, I'm not a heat. I've never liked the heat. I don't like it. I like that chasing 70 like the RVers do. But anyway, that's where we're at, and I'm going to get some pictures too. I know that you just want to sit here and watch me talk, but just wanted to let you know what was going on and why I hadn't made any videos in a while. I've been pretty busy with this family emergency problem, and it's not a problem, it's family, so that's not a problem. You do it, you know, you're dedicated and you do what you do. But I'll get back with you, and we'll do that. I wanted to thank all the subscribers. I couldn't believe the homemade camper video got 10,000 views. That's a lot to me. And I hope, you know, like I said, she worked like a charm. I hope you learned something, or maybe it inspired you like it did me when I looked at it. And then all the great comments, very good comments. I had one comment, and I don't, you know, hey, not everybody likes the same thing. I understand that. And, but there was one comment. He didn't like anything. He didn't like anything. I don't like the color. I don't like the spider. think the propane bottle on the side is about the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Well, the propane bottle doesn't sit there while I'm going down the road. Not that stupid. It goes on the trailer. And I just, and you don't like the spider, that's fine. I didn't like the color and anything like that. It gave me a dislike. And I thought to myself, just jokingly, I thought, well, this is probably the guy that when his wife bought the entertainment from Kia, he couldn't put it together. And then when he tried so hard to put it together, there was a spider in there, so he got scared of the spider. I don't know, it just comes in your mind. Goofy shit comes in your mind. Step 2, by the way. Always got to have step 2 there. And I just thought that was funny, and that's fine. Not everybody likes everything. Some people don't like black and yellow, maybe, it was green and yellow, man. But it was fine. But you need to build that entertainment center for your wife. Don't give up, brother. Just because you're scared of spiders, I know you can do it. We know you can do it. So just stick with it, man. You'll make it. And I just thought that was funny. But another comment was on the trailer, well, why didn't you get an enclosed trailer? Your motorcycle's out in the way. Well, money one thing, but no, it's not big. But for one thing, I wanted to go as light as I could. I got a 6-cylinder in this truck. That's a V6 with a standard transmission, the only transmission. Don't get automatics. But anyway, and so I got to be easy on the girl. She still runs like the brand new one. But I wanted to be as light, and that's the only reason that I didn't get an enclosed trailer to pull all the stuff, because I wanted to keep it light, and that's only a 5x8. It's very light, 400 pounds. And then with my 2 boxes on the side, which don't weigh much, well, the motorcycle's 800. So now you're talking 12, maybe 14 with gear. But it pulled it. It pulled it up all the hills. Believe me, I went out there in the mountains and everything was fine. She never ran hot. And that's the thing about a manual transmission. You got to remember, automatic. I'm sorry. I'm a truck driver. I drove trucks, and they're sturdy. That transmission will be in that truck when it's crushed and out in the junkyard. It'll still work. Yeah, you got to maybe get a clutch or throw a burner, but that transmission will be there. And you get, like I said, you try to fix one of these automatics now, you better get a loan, because they're about $4 or $5 grand now to even fix the damn thing. This thing will be there the day it dies, unless I'm stupid and bust a gear, which I'm not. But anyway, yeah, she made it up and down the hill here, and you just chug up the hill at 45 miles an hour, and you're not doing too bad on the RPMs. But anyway, it works. And so she still runs like a new one, man. We went, let's see, about 6,000 miles. 6,000 miles at least, or maybe more. And we did good. So everything's good. I just want you to stay healthy, guys. Stay healthy. I know we're going through this little second wave. I really thought with the heat, though, that it would have died down a little. But, testing, now they're saying they're calling some things the virus. They're reporting that something's, you had the virus when it was something else. And so the numbers, you got to be careful. But just do what you're supposed to do. Wear your mask. Do all those things. That's all we can do, guys. Just do your thing. Stay home if you can. And I hope to get back out, when all this simmers down. Thank God baseball's back. Jeez. But anyway, yeah. All right, guys, I wish I had more for you. And I will have the tip of the day for you, though, after this. I want to do that on satellite, the satellite dome, which is, it's just something I came up with. It works for me. Maybe it'll work for you. We'll see what happens. All right, for me and Sleeping Daffy Doodles, guys, I love you. Take care of yourselves, please. Take care of your family. Do what you got to do. It's rough right now. I know. Got a lot of things going on with different groups with their different views. That's all I'm going to say. It's still America. I love this country, and it's so beautiful. And when this is over, if you get a chance, get out and see it, because I'm so bored. I mean, how much Netflix can you watch? Can't wait to get back out there and the great people that are on the road and the beautiful scenery. Hope to see you out there, guys. All right. Stay tuned. RV tip of the day, okay? Love you guys. Rusty Romer, Russell Bohannon. See you.